differently. But it looked like he was going to take that game. It's unfortunate that it ended the way it did. But that set was not decided by the SD, I feel. Okay, so now moving onwards, we're going to have Greninja versus Corrin. Now, I've seen this before. I've seen these two play before. And the number one thing that always blows my mind whenever I watch this matchup is Greninja's Hydro Pump versus Corrin's up B. It is so good at dealing with Corrin's up B. I don't even know how it works. I think it has to do with the fact that we were asking before whether Hydro Pump, whether it's still, like the hitbox still affects characters when they're intangible. And I believe that is the case with Corrin. And normally Corrin's up B is really hard to mess with because it has so many hitboxes and she's intangible and it's luck. But he just drops down there and Hydro Pumps, just shoots all the way up there and he's totally just in free fall and that's it. Like if he gets one solid read with that.
And even at that note, Greninja's very light. Greninja can die quite early.
He's not. He's more towards the middle of the pack.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's. You'd think he would be light. You'd think he's like a light fast follower like Sheik or something. But no, he's got some weight to him. Like if you want to, I believe on that. On both.
It must be in the tongue.
Exactly. Oh, you see, he went for it there, trying to gimp him with that up B.
Well, right now we're seeing a lot of Venia just trying to move around, and he wants to put himself in a position. He's going for these Hydro Pump gimps that you were mentioning earlier, and he's not really trying to put up that much more of an offensive. He doesn't really need to. The retreating fairs are getting him all the percentage he needs. It's putting him in all the stage control he can want, and he has percentage lead.
Yeah, so
Venia doesn't need to be as active as...
Just a follow-up, Greninja is actually, he's tied for 33rd in terms of weight, which just means he's just a little bit lighter than Mario.
All right.
So he's actually, and the fact he's a fast faller means it's very hard to kill him off the top. So he actually survives pretty well against things like that. Wow, what an amazing trade for Venia. Water versus water. Looks like Greninja's going to win here. He does have the Protean ability. So even though it's not very effective, I think he got a little bit of type advantage. So, regardless, I don't think he used a jump. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if Venia was aware that he didn't have a jump, but regardless, Frozen finally making it back down to stage safely.
Woo. But not able to get the sweet spot of that that Dragon Pin. It's not going to be able to secure the kill. And sitting at 118, you don't want Greninja running away with Rage.
Absolutely. Oh, that was looking pretty good. I think he actually was hoping that he would not go into tumble there. Okay, forward tilt out of shield, just putting him in a bad spot. Oh, yeah, it's kind of desperate. I don't really know what he was reading with that counter.
Frozen just wants this stock out of the way. He doesn't want Venia running away with extra percentage like he already has.
Also, so one thing also about this matchup is I feel like it's good for Greninja in the same way that like Fox is good against Corrin. I know that like Corrin players sort of say that either Fox or Sheik are Corrin's worst matchups. And one of the biggest reasons is their mobility. And Greninja has just as much mobility as those characters. Greninja actually, on average, I think has the best mobility.
Certainly one of the best mobilities in the game between what he's able to do in the air versus how quick he is on the ground.
Yes.
He's just able to put out constant pressure from being somewhere. And Frozen finally managing to take that stock off him, but already having tacked on 76%. Frozen sitting in a pretty comfortable situation now. You know, he's got the rage that can really help him. He had control of the ledge, which that's what he's really going to want to do. He's going to want to force Venia into a situation where he limits his options. Venia, a very creative player, able to utilize the tools that Greninja brings to the table.
That was so smart of Venia, just doing nothing in that situation. Like, Frozen was looking for something. He was at that position where if Greninja did nothing, he was fine. But if he did anything, that would have been it. And wow, actually, this was like an 80% string from Frozen. He was at like 106 when this stock started, and he's still sitting there.
Like I said, sitting at the ledge is what...
Oh, that'll do it, though.
Would have been one of Frozen's best situations, but Venia still managing to come out on top in game.
Yep. So just to quickly go over some of the actual data of Greninja, he has the 6th fastest run speed. He is the 4th fastest wall speed. He's the 8th fastest air speed, and he has the 3rd fastest fall speed.
That
like
frog is
no
fast.
other character is in like top 8 for every category.
That was a fast frog.
He's a fast frog. I mean, granted, he has like what, base stat of 122? It's ridiculous. I like the
That's
fact
a good Pokemon.
yeah, no, I like the fact that they actually gave the fast, like, canonically fast Pokemon, like, they made them actually fast in this game. Like, Greninja, Mewtwo.
Well, Mewtwo came quite a ways to being
Yeah.
the speed demon that he is now.
When they originally brought him out, he was more of a, yeah, he was not so much, he was not the, like, fast monster that we know today. But anyway, Mewtwo's not on screen here right now. We have another Pokemon that's been banned to Ubers, and that is Greninja. Looking like he's earning that that tier placement because he is just running through Frozen right now. Up throw, ooh, gets interrupted by that neutral air.
But Frozen, despite having figured out how to move around Venia effectively, Venia is just ghosting him. He's moving around alongside him, is tacking on damage for damage, and you know, Venia is really winning out this race because clearly has percentage lead. He's stealing stage control away.
That was an amazing shadow sneak. Because like it's normally for but normally it's so hard for characters to punish that well placed like back air by. Wow.
Just barely missing out, and with only 48% left on deck. Venia's really starting to run away with game 2 here.
Yeah, and this might be the quick 2-0 unless Frozen can get something started, which Grab can usually do that. All right, I think he still has his jump though, but instead he just opts to recover straight to ledge. Oh, I don't think he was expecting Frozen to go into Tumble. Actually, I've noticed that a lot of Venia's been dropping a lot of characters, a lot of combos, because he's like thinking that Frozen will not go into Tumble, and then he does. So, yeah, interesting thing to note.
The tumble animation is a very unique trait to this game. But,
and what? Why did this become an even game?
Well, it took us one up there. It doesn't look like it because it's such a lackadaisical animation, but that up air is incredibly deadly, and these down tilt chains are
26%. Looking like Bizarro Fox. Down tilt, down tilt, down tilt.
Disgustingly easy damage for a move that's supposed to be a confirm into other hits.
Yeah.
I guess it confirms into itself.
Right now, I'm loving the use of, just the speed, just the overwhelming speed that Venia is crafting. Like, that's how I would describe it. He's like crafting it right now. Wow! And he falls out of the last hit of that up
Only
smash.
getting that first hit.
Yeah. So, Greninja's up smash is weird on that platform. Like, I've seen people actually like get hit by the first hit and then tech it out before the second hit lands.
Yeah, you can SDI out of the rest of that, and on top of that, with the Battlefield platforms, because their placement is really strange, you have to be in such exact spacing to get all those hits.
Yeah. All right. That was a really good wait on Frozen. That should be it. Yep.
That will do it.
Wow. That was actually, I just realized that he went for he predicted the beefy up B because he did the downer on stage. I don't think that actually would have hit him if he just went straight to ledge. Because he lost ledge invincibility, but I think that the way it would have... Can you imagine, like, he goes in the... No, it would have hit on ledge? Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot.